Good morning out there, everybody. This is Alan with D9Jsports. Hey, man, we're right back at it. I hope everybody had a safe, and a happy holiday season. I know I did here at D9Jsports. We're back. We're going to talk about what happened this weekend to all my subscribers out there. Really appreciate you guys and girls sticking with me. And I know that you're going to continue to hit that like button. And I love the community, and I love each and every one of you for definitely being a part of what we got going on here at D9Jsports. Incredible weekend of football. Let's get this thing started. We're going to start off on Thursdays. Let's talk about the Colorado Buffaloes. The Colorado Buffaloes on senior day. Most of the schools had senior day. They looked incredible, dismantling Oklahoma State. I haven't seen the Oklahoma State Cowboys look this bad in a long time. But the Colorado Buffaloes came in. They were able to run the football a little bit, but they put the football up. Shedeur Sanders had an incredible game. Travis Hunter, he's incredible. One of the best football players that I've seen in a long time. Congratulations to him. I'm pretty sure that he's going to win the Heisman. As far as him and the kid from Boise State, it's really Travis Hunter. And we all know it. The kid has done it, and he's done it on both sides of the football. And he continues to do it. And he has an energy level that is unmatched by a lot. So Coach Primetime, Deion Sanders, has changed that program around in a little bit of time. So we've got to make sure that we give him the credit that he deserves, because if they were losing, then you know that everybody would be all over the Colorado Buffaloes for being in the lose column. There are a lot of kids that transferred in with Coach Deion, and there are a lot of kids that he's changed their lives. So once again, to the Colorado Buffaloes, we want to say congratulations to them. The Georgia Bulldogs. The Georgia Bulldogs were able to get it done. It was a hard-fought battle, but the Georgia Bulldogs got it done. So you know who they're going to be waiting on. They're going to be waiting on the Texas Longhorns. And the Texas Longhorns, they dismantled the Texas A&M Aggies. A&M Aggies didn't have anything for them. At no point did I think that they were ever going to win the game. Electrifying crowd. I know the rivalry is renewed, but at no point did I think the Texas A&M Aggies were going to beat the Texas Longhorns. The Texas A&M Aggies have a good young quarterback, but he's going to have to get on those weights, and he's going to go through all-season program. So there's a lot of promise that is out in A&M and Bryan and College Station out there at Kyle Field. So they have a lot of promise. So let's make sure when you guys go to your bowl game, let's make sure that all of you play in your bowl game and don't give up, and don't let this be a damper on what has been a pretty good season for the A&M Aggies. But the Texas Longhorns, you got that rematch. You get the Georgia Bulldogs, you get them all over again in the SEC Championship. So that's going to be an incredible game to go to. Let's keep this thing rolling. So during the weekend, let's talk about the game. The Ohio State Buckeyes hosting the Michigan Wolverines. It was an incredible atmosphere. There was a lot of people on hand. And year after year, Ryan Day tries to get a win against somebody. Just the last 3 seasons, he can't get it done. Their quarterback, he did not play a good football game. He did not. So the Ohio State Buckeyes' chances of winning the championship, they were diminished by the Michigan Wolverines. Excuse me, Michigan State. But it was derailed by Michigan. Michigan came in to play football. The quarterback didn't even pass for 200 yards, but they still beat the Ohio State Buckeyes. We all know what transpired after the game. It was out of pocket. It was out of pocket. You can't go into another stadium. I don't care if it was Ohio State University, or it could be a 7th grade team or 8th grade team, and planting your flag down. That's Bush League, and you can't do that. There were fights all over college football, and I'm going to tell all of the young men out there, the coaches, we got to do better, but I'm going to tell those young men, you're disrespecting the game. For all of the greats who've come along, all of the players, they didn't have to be a great player. All the players that came along, and they were not getting paid. They were not getting NIL deals, and they were sacrificing their thing to see how you young men get out there after the game, and you want to act a fool. That doesn't make any sense. Something needs to be done. We're putting all these rules in place for the NIL and the regulation. You need to put some rules in place. If you have a fight after the game, there needs to be some harsh consequences for all the individuals who participate. And if you decide you want to go to another university and you want to plant their flag, there needs to be a problem. There needs to be a solution to this problem, because if the officers are spraying pepper spray, then what's next? What's next after pepper spray? Or is an officer going to end up shooting the kid? So that you may think, oh no, he's blowing it out of proportion, but no, a police officer, they had to spray pepper spray. You know what comes after pepper spray. So we need to get a hold on what's really going on after these football games. But congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines, you got it done. Ohio State Buckeyes, Ryan Day, dude, they're probably gonna fire you. They're probably gonna fire you because you can't beat them, and then you blowing your chances to get into the playoffs at home in front of them. And you got kids that are coming back to your school and turning down money to go play in the National Football League, but they're coming back and you're not getting it done. No. There are going to be some harsh consequences. And finally, the coach from Michigan, hey, brother, congratulations on your win, but you can't go waving up at the crowd. That's kind of instigating things, and your kids are going to follow behind you. They're going to follow behind you. The Alabama Crimson Tide were able to get a win at Auburn. They ran the football. Jalen Milroe. Seems that any time that they run the football, that's pretty much what's going to happen. Okay, so moving forward, if you get a chance to get in the playoffs, then it's going to be incredible. So last night I stayed up and I watched the University of Houston take on BYU, and I'm telling you, it was an ugly game. And the University of Houston, you have a lot of work to do. The BYU is trying to give you the football game. You've got a lot of work to do. Your quarterback has a lot of work to do. He has a lot of work to do. Chance after chance after chance. He was not giving the football to those receivers. They were wanting the ball. Then he turned the football over. Willie Fritz, no. That can't happen like that on that level. So BYU did not look impressive at all. So the Big 12 championship. I'm going to be at the Big 12 championship. I'm going to be headed out Friday, me and my two children. We're going to be headed to the Big 12 championship. And, of course, I'm going to be doing a story as we go along, and we will be posting that up. We will be headed out to the Big 12 championship. They're excited. This is their first time at AT&T Stadium. I've been there a lot of times. So, but they're excited about it. And the Big 12 championship, we're just going to see the football game. We don't have any vested interest on either one of the teams, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to check that out and see what happens. So college football is definitely exciting. And it's coming to an end, and it's going to be interesting to see tomorrow what the playoff brackets are going to look like. That's gonna be incredible. Let's talk about pro football. The Dallas Cowboys got another win over those hapless New York Giants. They got another win. Is it fool's gold? Yeah, probably so. They may win a few more games, but they're not going to go anywhere. But congratulations to the Cowboys and the Cowboy players and Mike McCarthy and Jerry and them. Hey, man, a win is a win. You play who's on your schedule. A win is a win. Cooper Rush was able to get the job done, but Rico Dowd told it to football, got over 100 yards. First time a Cowboy back's got 100 yards in, 20 games or so or more. But congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys, and they done their thing. The Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. The Chicago Bears, they fired Eberflus. Hey, coach, sometimes, I've been there. I know how it is. I don't know how that is. Clock management. You could have at least kicked the field goal. You got to pay attention. The young quarterback. And I feel bad for the young quarterback because once again, out in Chicago, they're firing another coach, and your young first round drafted quarterback is no longer going to have the same coach. Now he's got to switch up again. So you guys got a lot of work out there to do in Chicago. Detroit Lions, I get it. Hey, Thanksgiving, a win is a win. A win is a win. And once again, I'm going to tell you, the Detroit Lions are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So congratulations to them. and all of the pro football teams that played yesterday. We just really want to let you know about those two teams right there. Let's talk high school football. The Woodville Eagles. Let's talk about the Port Nature's Grove Indians. Both teams won their game to move on. The Woodville Eagles, hey, if they can get this win against Dangerfield, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Then they're going to be moving on. And P&G, hey, man, they're tough. Can they get back to Jerry's World or Bizarro World, as I like to call it? As I like to call it. So it's been an incredible weekend. Really looking forward to the Big 12 championship that's going to be coming up. Football, altogether. Football and sports. It's incredible how it brings us together. But let's remember, in closing, I want to tell you, no matter who you are, no matter who you play for, you got to respect the game and you got to respect your other teammates. See, because some of you young men out there are doing that fighting, it's about discipline. Some of you will be teammates with those. Some of you will be fortunate enough to go and play in the National Football League or the USFL, XFL, or Canadian football, or arena football. You guys will be teammates, and you're out there fighting. If you can't get the job done during the game, what you fighting for after the game? That's a sign of weakness. And like I said, it's Bush League. I've asked in videos, somebody tell me, what's less than Bush League? It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. There are children there. There are children there. And to the young man from Michigan who made the comments about people got to learn how to lose. Well, young man, you were correct about that. But so also, you got to learn how to win. You got to learn how to win. And just because you lose the football game, just because you beat a football team doesn't give you the right to go on their field and try to plant a flag. So, remember, that were great comments that you made, but the truth about it is, young man, is that you can't be a sore winner. You already won the football game. What else did you need? Was that necessary? So perhaps you need to talk to some of your teammates about their actions because the Ohio State Buckeyes were not the only ones at fault. Were the Ohio State Buckeyes really at fault? You want to plant a flag in the middle of our field after you? That's disrespectful. What would have happened if we'd have done it in Michigan, win or lose? You already know. So we need to make sure out there, no matter whether it's college football, pro football, high school, or whatever, we need to make sure that we embrace the game. And as players, we need to make sure that we don't do anything. We don't do anything out of pocket because we got to really stop and understand. There are so many players, including myself, who played and sacrificed years ago, and we were not getting NIL deals. But you young men are getting NIL deals, and you're able to transfer whenever you want to transfer with no recourse. And that's what that's what we get. People are paying up thousands of dollars to get to come see you play. There are children that are watching you play that look up to you football players. And that's what you want to do. Not all of you. Some of you are upstanding. And some of you coaches are upstanding. I know Coach Prime is going to have anybody that does it on his team. You already know what's going to happen. And coaches, we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to find a way to make sure that our kids represent our schools in the best possible way. Looking forward to Saturday. This is Alan with D9Jsports. I will be reporting out to you. Me and my two kids, Madison and Alex. We're going to be reporting out on you from the Big 12 Championship up in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium. Till next time, this is Alan with D9Jsports. And you know what I say on this show. There's always got to be a way that we can do better in the sports world. Got to keep doing better. This is Alan with D9Jsports. And to all of you out there, have a great morning. I'm definitely out.